Hi guys, welcome to Manhood Explained. My name is Kamil. Today is 19th of April 2020 and welcome to video number 114. Today we're going to talk about why your laziness doesn't really have to be a sign of your weakness. Listen, this thing is kind of very simple. You can be lazy because it is you being lazy. It might be a negative thing. And if you do this, you know that you're lazy just because you don't want to do anything. It's just like you don't really care. And this is exactly what we talked about yesterday, that you might be the person who just chooses to not to be involved, chooses to basically not caring, and chooses to have a negative impact on you, on your relationship, on everything, because it'll be like a snowball, and sooner or later it's gonna blow back. It's gonna basically hit you in the face, because that's what's going to happen. Because not only you're lazy, many times if you're lazy, there's no initiative from your side. You're passive. So this is something your girl is just definitely she's not gonna like it. That's obvious. But from looking at it from different point of view, you might look at it from look at this like this. Maybe, as we said yesterday, you are lazy because you, as every guy that I found, basically including myself, we just want to have peace and quiet. We just want to be left alone. We just want to rest, chill out, and this is exactly how we do in our workplaces, with our friends, with guys, and so on. We just having a lot of fun. Everything is a joke, and you just, if you have to do something, you just do it, and then going back to your happy place. And if you look at this from a relationship perspective, it might be that you're so-called lazy, or she calls you lazy because you're not doing things, just because you're a guy and you don't really, if you don't see things that they're threatening to you, you're just not going to do it. Why would you care about taking care of something which is not a problem? And that's like very logical way of thinking, that it looks like being lazy or laziness, but it doesn't have to be. It's just the way we think. And looking from my perspective, being an engineer, that's very useful thing to have, just because I'm being an IT engineer. If I see that I have to do something over and over again, I'm going to write one or two scripts and it's going to be done by itself. So kind of my laziness pushes me towards automation and then just having things done for me. It's like, and that's why this is a trap that we may fall. If you don't see something as important, but she does, she's going to do it for you, and then she's going to take everything on herself, and you're going to be there doing nothing, not because you can't, but you just choose not to. And that's why we may fall for this, and that's being seen from her perspective as being lazy. But in general, that might be a sign of your strength, because you're not threatened by things. So understand that it might have a negative impact if you do it wrong, but from a logical perspective, it's your strength because you're not threatened by things. That maybe she is, you know what I'm saying. Second thing, you have got to understand, many times we are not seeing world through emotions. So something that is important for her, like someone said something about you'll treat as like out of your logical way of thinking, you'll say, but who cares? Let them talk, and they can say whatever they want. I don't care. It's like, it's not a problem for me, but for her it might be. So again, that would be a sign of your emotional strength, even though the it's a result of you not being able to see from the level of emotions that she has. And in some things that's a negative. It's like a much narrower way of experiencing life in comparison to hers. But in many situations, that's a positive thing. That's a strength, that I'm not attacked by something that someone said or someone did something, because I don't look at it from emotion perspective. I'm looking from logical ones. It doesn't impact me, so what would I care? And three, you've got to understand that the end result is that if you're stronger physically, opening the jar, kind of mentally, meaning because you just react to things that are threatening to you, and you're gonna do something if you need to, and then you know that many times when you see that something's important, you're just gonna get up and you're gonna do the thing. But then you'll see that this is your strength, because you're not acting upon it just because it seems threatening. The same thing with emotions upon number two. But then the end result is that whatever she's not able to deal with, she's going to come to you. Physically, the jar, like mentally with something that she seems important, but it's not, it might be not important, at least not so much important to you. And then emotionally, she's dealing with something and you don't see it as a problem. But what happens at the end is that she's coming to you and giving the things that she's not able to handle to ask you for help. And I want you to see that all of those might be strengths. They don't have to be, but they might be. But what is the end result? It's like she's giving the leadership to you. Whether she wants it, or whether she's aware of this or not, whether she likes it or not, she's giving it to you, because whatever happens she's not able to handle it, she's going to come to you. And there are two ways you can approach it, because maybe you're one of the guys that I was many years ago, that you're afraid to do anything about it. And I'm going to talk about it tomorrow, so I'm not going to really go to kind of what you're supposed to do with it, but I want you to really think about it. Because if that's true, that she's basically giving you the leadership position, it's all about doing something and figuring out, what do I have to do to make this thing kind of useful, or make myself useful, but what can I do to make this thing make a positive impact on me, make positive impact on my relationship, because I get what I wanted, basically. Because listen, this is what I want you to take from this video, without going into this thing that we're going to be talking tomorrow. Your laziness might be, but doesn't have to be, sign of your weakness. It might be sign of your strength. And maybe that's why she's calling you lazy, because from her perspective, she knows that you're capable of doing much more than even you might think that you are. So that's why if she's giving you the leadership position just like that, take it and do something about it. Think, how can you use it, that she just give it to you to make this whole thing kind of enjoyable for you, for her as your queen, as we talked yesterday, and for you as a relationship. Because if you do, then you just won the game. It's exactly what we wanted. But then if you don't, then you'll know that you're lazy, and she'll know that you're lazy, and she'll call you lazy, and then you'll know that you are lazy, not because you don't know better, but you just choose to be. So think about it, and do something about it, because again, it all starts with you just making a choice. So the call is your, brother. If you like this video, comment, give me a shout, give me, some stories that maybe you had. If you disagree, do the same thing. Just give me a shout. I would like to talk about it. If there's anything you want me to record about, just tell me as well, and I'll be glad to do it for you. That being said, see you tomorrow.